following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
And welcome everyone to game one of our day-night doubleheader in D1 on this Sunday afternoon. And today we have opportunities abound for these two guys in the RavenClaw region. And it's going to be the 9-seed Andy taking on the 12-seed Nick, both looking to continue what has been a strong start to their season and try and make their first career regional final. Should be an exciting one between these two coming up today. But here's what we got today. Andy and Nick coming up in RavenClaw to start us off, and then we will end the day later tonight, 9:30, between Ashley and Logan. Yeah, I'll check that channel. Logan and Nick, both 2-12 seeds, trying to top their win totals with a win on this Sunday. And obviously, Andy having the 4 wins, but can get over. It's halfway there already, and looking to try and keep the beat going. There we go. Now you can see. All right, that's on me. All right, and we are going to take a look at the bracket now, and obviously, Andy taking advantage of the situation had Zach instead of the top seed Brad in round 2. Got the job done in 5, and then Nick taking it to Jenna in 5, sets up this 9v12 matchup, and then on the other side, the winner here gets either Toast or Carson. They're playing tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Carson giving it back to Tago in the sweep after he swept H round 1, and then after Tago swept H round 1. And then Toast, another close one in 7. Against Vapor, 3 versus 7. So whoever wins this one is going to start on the road. So the winner on the other semifinal tomorrow will be playing for home field advantage in the regional final. All right, on the table here, joining me is going to be DJ Curtis. DJ, good to have you here on this Sunday afternoon, man. Looking forward to this one. A lot of opportunities here for both these guys. Obviously, Nick, only the 2 wins last year, and now he's made the 2 wins here in his first tournament of 2025. And Andy had just a below 500 season. So, and they're gonna be playing on the road, whoever wins this one in the regional final. So, bit of an interesting one here between them. What do you expect between these two guys today?
Well, I haven't really played them enough, or maybe at all, because my memory is not really that good from the get-go. But I think this should be a close matchup, though. Now, obviously, we have to note that there's 2 power plays coming into this. So let's say game 5, let's say it's not looking good for one opponent, whether they're going to use it defensively, maybe as a last resort, or like a smash the glass in case. But I think this should be a relatively close game. Knock on wood, right? But I think it really will be a lot of fun just to see how these different play styles will kind of clash at the end of the day. I mean,
absolutely,
definitely going to see a lot of people use like those wilds at the end. That's the most common strat I've always seen with a lot of Uno players, is that those Uno cards, like those wild cards, like your wild +4, your draw +2s, your skips, your action cards, essentially, you're most likely going to use them near the end. Maybe very rarely you use them at the beginning, but strategy is key. And also you got to have some good draws too while you're at it, but adapting as you go.
All right. I'm going to go to the players here. I'll kind of pose this to both of you because you're kind of in similar situations, both Andy and Nick. And both of you coming in here with 2 wins. Andy, you're halfway to your win total from last year, looking to make your first regional final. Nick trying to do the same thing. You're trying to top your win total with a win and make your first regional final. just both of you talk to me about what it's going to be like to meet the moment here today, in what is a very new environment for the both of you. Kind of an interesting scenario we both have. Andy, I don't know if you're going to type or talk, but Andy, I'll give you the floor first if you want to speak. You're going to type. Nick, if you wanted to speak on this one, feel free.
Yeah, it's a new environment for sure. But at the end of the day, it's still Uno. I'm excited to be here. I got my good friend Sammy here with me. I have good vibes right now. I'm ready to get this started. Yeah, just hope I get the cards going my way. Hope I play my game plan, and you know, we'll see what happens from there.
All right. Wait for Andy's response. Looking forward to a good one here. And yeah, it's nice to be in the Sweet 16 again and playing best of 9, but I'll treat it the same way as all my other series, absolutely. Of course, the back end here. Yeah, of course, this is Andy's second time here. This is Nick's first, so it should be exciting, but both haven't, my knowledge, made a regional final, so it should be a matchup between these two. And I think time for talk is over. It's time to start the day, start our doubleheader. And Andy's going to be the higher seed. Rune's going to be our ref today. As you see, initialize the game and be setting the cards. So, Andy, it's going to be game 1, best of 9, open board. What's it going to be? Go with the 10. Right in the middle of the range. Let's see how it turns out to start us off. Might see a little bit of a feeler, maybe. Really, we're gonna find out a lot of things from this game 1. Here we go.
Yeah, these early games should be more. You experiment, you kind of just analyze how these players are going to adjust and play. And from there, you just make those slight little tweaks, right? Maybe go a little bit faster. Pacing could be a big thing here. Some players play faster than others, some slower. Some might play aggressive early on. And already like that, get a color switch. That's another thing to keep in notice. When to time those switches, that number efficiency, in games like these. Quick switch back to a red though. So
Yeah,
haven't hit
doing a little
the
undercut.
colors. Haven't hit the traffic lights yet. Haven't hit that green yet.
And Andy's gonna play a little bit of a fade to yellow. It seemed like Andy having the options with the early switch.
Maybe not
yellow.
enough red at the moment.
Not much,
draw
though.
early. Yeah.
I was looking to try and run it down quicker, but they're both iced. That's a quick ice out early.
Not looking good on red so far. Other than that, you load up the artillery. But we got a draw city pretty early on in the going. Got a red too. Might as well have been top deck there, it looks like.
Of course, shout out Leah for that great draw city sticker. Happy to have that. Both leagues. Okay, yeah, that's fine, Andy. No problem. And crossing over to the Brad Deuce there.
We'll see whatever they've got in store. Will they roll with it? Will someone switch again? Green 2. So now we've opened up Pandora's box here. Got all the traffic lights completed, with the exception of blue being that, that outlier, right? But green 2, though, off the bat, it's all open field here. Right to a green 0.
So now
That's
they're
up
both
at 1.
running at it.
Haven't been seeing any action cards yet, though. A lot of numbers so far. Just the numbers game going. And right back to a blue. Here we go. Let's see. Will Andy have to draw? Let's see. Rolls with it. Actually goes... Ooh. There you go. Yeah, rolls with it. Blue 3. A little bit of friendly banter.
Oh, so
right? Into a yellow.
Yeah, it was high to the Andy card there. The blue 3, and now crossing over to the monkey 3 on yellow.
Just waiting to see. Nick's taking his sweet time, though. Looking at the table. Oh, it's getting pretty close here. Right down to 2 cards. Andy's turn up to bat. Nick's got 2 cards with Andy's 5 now, pending if something drastic happens here. But Andy's got to think on this, though. Nick's got 2 cards left. Could be blue. It's looking like it's likely to be blue, unless something drastic happens. A switch to yellow, though. I like that call. Now, real question is, does Nick have anything to answer? No. Has to draw. Great play by Andy. Plays a yellow 6 here. Evened out, though. Let's see if Nick has anything on the table. Both got 3 cards. Wild plus 4. It's pretty much over.
Oh,
he had
man.
all of them stacked up, ready, primed up, and released them at a proper time. What a first game, though, for Nick. Lasting about a little over 3.5 minutes, though, but crazy.
That top deck, I mean, it's hard to really pick up much from that, DJ. I mean, they were making those switches a little bit early on, but really it came down to straight up ammo control for Nick there, and top deck as well.
Yeah, that's what if he said top deck, I gotta believe the word for that, right? So
yeah, had to finish too. What did you have left, Andy? Trying to juggle a couple things, so I wasn't fully focused on that as well. But damn!
So they both. He just got beat to the punch. Basically, what
came down to the possession arrow.
Just came down exactly.
Oh man! Well,
wow.
It's plain and simple being 1 turn away. You know, I had that happen in my round 1. Lost in 5, 1 turn away 3 separate times in the series. It's a tough feeling. You ever find yourself in those situations?
Yeah, and you live and die by it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Nick pulls it out. I think oh, not again. Yeah, and that will take Nick put Nick in front to start us off. Just about 3.5 minutes. Pretty clear cut top deck, and some plan A. So we'll see if that trend continues for Nick. Andy's still open board for game 2. What's it gonna be? Gonna go 9 again or 10 again? 10 again. Oh boy.
All right. So nice you gotta do it twice.
But
both players locked in.
Nice? Will it be
Starting
nice?
off with your yellow reverse, though, so 1 action card basically taken, essentially, off the board already. Let's see what Andy's got. Roll with the yellow? Nope, draws immediately. Interesting call. Might not have a yellow, maybe hoping for some good top deck luck, too. That's another thing.
Yep.
Nick rolls with it with yellow 9. Switches to red. All right. Second color introduced for second game so far. Starting off with red. See what Nick's got. Nick will roll with it, I would think. If I'm him, I would roll with it.
Oh,
Quick
yep.
action card, red skip, double plate.
He's rolling it into a ditto, double into the ditto.
Yep, exactly. Little bit of a card gap lead, but anything can shrink in a heartbeat, though. It's got a 3 card gap. Now, once Andy puts it in, obviously, they'll be down to 2. You know, so forth, right?
Exactly.
Let's see, just gotta wait for Andy. He's gonna probably have to think a little bit on his game plan on what he really wants to do here, because you don't want to, if you lose this second game, you're already in a pretty big hole from the get-go, and you definitely don't want that. Momentum is so huge in the game of Uno.
Yeah. Momentum can be a big factor, and especially when you bring in 2 power plays to the game, you can artificially change that momentum or even strengthen it even more, depending on your position.
All right, so Andy said he might have to go for a few minutes, though, but some quick plays on red, though. Back to 5-4. He will play a 7 here, so early color change, though. Only stuck to a yellow and a red so far, but obviously stuck in the red. We haven't really seen anything with green or blue at the moment, but back to yellow though. So keeping it at 2 colors though. The isolation kicking in quite early though.
Andy's still running with it.
Yeah, just rolls with it. I mean, I feel a lot of the time you just roll with it, you get the numbers out of the way, then you save those action cards near the very end. Power play if need be, if it's an emergency or if you feel you need to use it. But if I'm then, like I said, I'd probably use it near like mid-match, right? Like more near the end of those game sets, right? Like near crunch time, essentially.
Right.
So yeah, just kind of waiting on some yellows here, waiting on Andy. I think Andy said he'll take a little bit here, so we'll have to bear our patience, right? We'll have to be a little bit patient, right? It's a virtue for a reason, you know.
Yeah, and of course you talk about where the winner could go. Obviously, they're going to be playing on the road to start. Whoever wins this, and it's between Carson and Toast. Any thoughts on that game coming up tomorrow night?
I mean, I try to hold not much opinion because I try to look at it more of an even scale.
Right.
But because I feel like seeding isn't really, it's nice, right? It does set the standard, like where you are. Maybe it might serve as a litmus test. But I feel like Uno is such like a Pandora's box. It's such a wild card.
There you go. Yeah.
That it doesn't really. It's a matter of how you just adjust to how an opponent plays. So like you could be 1 seed, but then lose out to the 12 seed. That's just, there's always some crazy moments like those in Uno, or you could have a 3-set lead, right, and then that just diminishes away just in a heartbeat, just because some bad draws you get, or they just have better action cards. It also depends on your hand too. So
yeah,
I mean,
there's so many layers.
That's what makes
to
Uno
the
so
game.
lovely. It makes Uno so lovely about it, but also that introduction to the power play, right? Obviously the bot doing its job.
Yeah.
Back when we first had Uno, right? It was just we had to manually put it in,
Oh yeah.
So
1 second clause, all that.
Oh yeah, exactly. But the game of Uno has evolved so much though that you kind of just need to. You can't really underestimate anybody. I think that's the big thing. The thing you can't really can't sleep on anybody because anything, and I mean anything, can happen.
Absolutely, yeah. Anything. Have the rug pulled out from under you anytime.
You get teased, right? You're near, you're near in the end. You feel like you can get that. Let's say like you're in a game of 7, right? You're in third game. You got your 3 games in. You're in your 4th game. You think you got it. Nope, you lose out because someone gets like 2+4s on you, right? And
Exactly, yeah.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yep, exactly.
Send down the countdown here. So shout out to Rune. Might have to put it on loop, right?
Well, it will. And it does loop. Oh my god, that's crazy.
I mean, it is a GIF after all.
The pace management is incredible.
Is incredible here. So Nick does have a card advantage. Obviously, will equalize if Andy doesn't draw, or he plays an action card that could be different. Said that so many times. Kind of beating a dead horse right now, but not a lot of action cards though so far. We haven't really seen that much in this secondary game. Only had a skip at the moment. Started off with a reverse, but we don't really count that. That's more like an asterisk, But had that red skip from Nick. Makes you think though, does he have a couple draws, right? A couple +2s, +4s?
Mm-hmm.
What does Andy have in the deck too? That's another thing. Still very open game though. But yeah, I haven't really seen. I can look at some stats here. Yeah, so far, since Andy is 0-1 versus Nick so far. 13 to 17 cards. Andy's played 13. Nick's played 17. Times they've switched the color. Pretty even actually. 6 and 6. Longest card chain. Andy had 1. Nick had a card chain of 4. That was obviously near the very end of that first game. Equal in Wild's play, which is 1. Nick's played 2 more skips than Andy, which is literally 2 and 0. Andy has drawn 13 cards, but again, those +4s really set the bar, which makes sense, right? Nick had that +4, had those +2s, 2 of them to be exact. Andy had 0. The self-drawn cards, well, Andy and Nick had 3. So,
right.
Again, long set of games though. Now, let's say like Nick cooks, right? Bro gets it to game 4, essentially, right?
Right.
And you're like, oh, I sweep it. Oh man, it gets to game 5, then man, what a statement that would be.
How are we all doing?
We're doing pretty good.
We're
We're
chilling.
kind of vibing. We're vibing right
We're
now,
chilling,
man.
yeah.
We're big chilling, dude. It's just one of those low key kind of days, you know.
A nice Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still
wait,
cold in my area, I'll tell you that.
It's
actually
warmed up
like
today a little bit.
those-
It's 46 out there.
Yeah, I
like how
can't
those
wait.
Bars and RuneScape like move. Oh, Andy's back.
Oh,
Bye.
there he is. All good. All good.
Take care of that family, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Goes first. Comes first.
Wait, he's deafened. I'm gonna.
Tell him to join the server where you're at. Dang.
Yeah, take care of that family.
Gotta get that efficiency up, right? What is that emoji? Oh my goodness.
Nick's got a good emoji game.
It says mental illness.
That's
for
crazy.
the emoji name.
Hmm.
It's true. Wolf Part 2.
No.
Oh goodness.
Mama Wolf Part 2. That's crazy.
It's so Jover.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it might be one of those kind of games, you know. You just kind of wait and see how things drag out. Tables again. Andy's got down a card, right? Nick's up one. 2 power plays still left. I mean, you kind of speak the same things over and over. If there's anything to make note of, right, is ammunition control looks pretty good early on, though. I'm liking the ammunition control. Some people get a little bit too greedy when you have too much on the plate and kind of bite off more than you can chew, and then if you give them the ammunition, they might strike back as, well, sometimes karma just comes into play, essentially.
Right.
But it makes me curious, because it's very rare you see people go aggressive early on. You don't want a high card deck, right? Like, this you do start off with like 14, right? Then you have like some +4s. You definitely want to save that near the end. You don't want to go too crazy, because then they could just strike right back. You can get +20s before you know it. Oh my god, that's actually adorable.
Very good. Very good.
Very good.
Yes.
Some intermission entertainment while we await Andy's return at some point.
Exactly.
Have to have something to kill the time, you know.
Right.
The entertainment is not short. Singing a beautiful song for us.
You might as well make a TikTok out of it, you know.
No.
Yeah.
A
No,
YouTube
Stan.
short or an
No.
Instagram reel.
Yep. A short
Yeah.
singing a beautiful song for us.
Pass.
YouTube not short, so real.
Oh
I know,
my
right?
god. Bro.
Crazy work.
Bro,
Crazy work.
that is crazy. Oh my god.
I gotta get for that one man.
Oh.
Anyways, it's time for Shorts to sing his song.
No. No.
I don't think he will. I don't think he will.
No.
It's
If
just,
something, I don't know.
we need to keep trying until
Until
No.
it caves in.
Yeah.
I ain't even got a
With
kid for
enough
this
peer
one, man.
With enough pressure, anyone
My
will do
God.
anything. Come on, guys, tell Shorts to sing a beautiful song for us.
I don't
Have to-
know. No.
Have to have man succumb to peer pressure.
No.
No.
No. Oh god.
I chose a really good game to commentate. I chose a really good game to commentate.
Yeah.
The most unhinged commentary we'll ever
Oh,
have
trust
in a while.
me. You weren't here last night, so it's not.
Oh my goodness.
Last night was much worse.
I feel like here with like no. Oh no.
They're stealing your memeinator!
I feel like because if I'm with KT, right? When I did with KT, it's like it's all set up and everything's all fancy, right? And then I'm with Short here, it's like, oh man, we just chilling, man.
Well, I
We
mean,
vibing.
we're just chilling because we have the memers here, and we don't have.
That is
any-
true, though. That
and
is
we
true.
don't, and we're waiting. Oh, yeah, yeah. I always get a crack show after dark. Last night was this is an after dark.
It's pretty close to it.
This
you
is
gotta wait maybe a couple more hours.
afternoon.
Afternoon. Uh-huh.
Yeah, no. Last night was really just it was a case of all the it was just a combination of all the wrong people for that if you wanted to keep a professional stream. Yeah.
Rude.
Hey! I never said you were bad. I just said that if we want to keep it professional,
It's a deadly combination.
Yeah, we had Tapir, Sting, Nam, Leah.
Saying we want to hear your tree impression. Saying
No. We don't.
You said dream impression?
Tree impression.
Oh, I thought you
Logan
said
said-
dream impression. I was
Not
dude,
the
what?
Not the dream impression.
Like, what are you gonna do? A face
No,
reveal like
Logan,
impression?
we don't. No, we don't, Logan. No, none of that. None of that crap. No bobble. No
One
bobble
versus
on
one
stream.
bobble.
No bobble. No bobble. Go to watch party 2.
Oh goodness.
Go to watch party 2 if you're gonna do that crap. Oh, jeez. Shut up now.
I can't wait for that Atlanta race though. I wonder how that's gonna go. Surely it'll go
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I went bold today, right? I picked Kyle Busch to win.
Ooh.
That's not gonna go well, but I just wanted to go for it just to see how I would do. I'm probably gonna do bad because I picked Chris Buescher Daytona though, just to get some points. I didn't think he was gonna win, but maybe get like a top 10 out of the hat, right? And I
You
was
see
like, all
that
right.
in watch party, DJ. Oh my god.
Just wait. You have see the thing is, Nam. You gotta depend on him for only an even numbered year. That's
Yeah,
all you got. The even number year buff goes crazy for Joey Logano. Like he will be guaranteed a Final Four spot. It doesn't matter. He will make the Final Four
No,
either
nothing,
way.
But I know I hate Logano. I just remember when Logano starred on a Disney Channel epic show once.
Wasn't he in like Lab Rats?
Yeah, he's in Lab Rats.
Of course, because I knew that because my little brother watched that show like when it was on Netflix. I think it might have been on Netflix at one point. It's either that or it was either that or no. He's probably watching Disney Plus too. But
It is on Disney Plus now.
Oh,
definitely.
and Nick during his Uno game has challenged us to an Uno game.
No way. No
He's
way,
loaded up
guys.
Blazing Eights, which is off-brand Uno.
Off-brand Chinese
is
discount
insane.
Uno.
Walmart.
Crazy
Uno.
word.
No wait.
Walmart.
Uno,
Great value Uno.
Great value Uno.
Great value Uno.
Oh my god.
He got this one from Hong Kong.
We're turning this into a crazy 8 stream. Screw it.
Okay, I will commentate.
That's the way we do it.
Although this is brutal.
We got
Listen,
it.
I gotta get my reps somehow, I guess.
You gotta get my
Yeah.
ribs.
Gotta get the reps
I'm great.
going.
All right, we got Nam, Rune, Nick, Nick and Rune down to 2. Or I think
I thought you were gonna go say like Nick at night, and I was like, dude.
10.
Uno.
Rune's at Uno, but he draws. He's gonna do 7. Nam's gonna draw again. Very unlucky hand for Nam here as Nick plays a 3 and Rune wins it.
This is ridiculous.
You're ruining my moment here.
I'm just too good.
Oh my god.
Rune.
Wait,
Now
Logan.
we're gonna have 2 streams I'm gonna get chewed out for.
Into Nam. Nam draws.
I just realized, Logan, don't wait, is
Very
that
unlucky
freaking
hand
is that a
here.
sparkle avatar, Logan? I just realized
100
that.
blows. Rune's gonna get a wild. What's it gonna be?
As I'm
He's
gonna
choose the blue here.
I'm gonna get
That
chewed
was
out for
Sam.
2 streams now, man. This is all your fault.
It'll be worth it. It'll be worth it.
it'll be worth
I'm
it.
definitely showing this right now.
This
Plus
is the
1
actual
for
tournament.
Logan.
Haters will say it's fake.
Haters will say it's fake. Yeah.
Rune gets another.
Yeah, for those of
plus
you
1.
joining
Nam.
us, this is a Blazing 8's intermission as Andy's had to go
rain delay.
take care of that family.
Yeah,
We got
it's a
Nam.
rain delay. You
It's a
got
rain
And
It's a
it's
rain
just
delay.
trying to get the
This is
grand
this
final
is
to the
like
server.
MLB rain delay.
Rune down to 5. Nam up to 7. Nick draws. He's still in the lead, but he's tied with Logan now. But it's gonna reverse, and Logan skips Nick. What a play from Logan. And Logan's down to 1. Nam swaps hands with Rune. He's down to 4. And
Oh.
Logan wins.
Logan wins.
incredible.
Unbelievable stuff.
He's surely making the Elite Eight with that one.
We got Logan.
Foreshadowing today.
The Elite 8, we're like the Blazing 8.
Oh my god.
Yes, yellow.
You think you're that guy, huh?
All right.
Andy's back.
Funny thing
Andy
here,
has returned.
Andy's
Oh.
returned. Time to go.
Andy's
Shut it
back.
down. Shut it down.
Andy.
Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
No more. No
No
more.
more.
Blazing Eight.
No more. No more. No more.
Okay.
What just
Oh my
happened?
goodness.
All right, we're
I'm
back
so
to our
happy,
regularly
Andy.
scheduled program.
I didn't even get to play. This is so sad.
Hate to see it. All
I was
right,
trying
quick
to
draw
join in.
here.
Anyway. Now this
Still
now
stuck on
this
yellow.
This game is probably making the board in other news. Which I mean, I don't know. I'd have to consult the records committee here because this is feel like there's a big asterisk. Meanwhile,
Yeah, right now, Andy waiting on Andy here. 6 cards to 7. Still has a card lead this time around. Sticks with the yellow though. Yellow 2. Kind of slowing the pace down. Now switching to green near here.
Switch
So
to green.
let's see. Let's see if they roll with it. Does so. Goes with an 8. Draws this time. Does Nick not have any green on him? And he's still stacking the money with some green here with the 0 this time.
stacking that green. He's.
Yep.
I wonder if he's got a way through all the way, or does he need another switch over?
We'll have to wait and see though. If there's anything to really match that number 0, could be a good chance now, but could wait a little bit. But hopefully, maybe having anything here. Good run here. Nice little run from Nick here. A triplet reverses followed by a blue 2. So quadruple play. Andy's turn right now though. Both at 3 cards. Rolls with it. Has a blue 1 on him. Let's see, does Nick have anything? Will he have an action card? Goes for a power play, so this definitely screams a game ender for game 2 here.
Power play. Oh baby.
Really big here. And there it is.
Nick quit saying out of the.
Good use of power play.
Oh,
really
well,
good
didn't make
use
the
of it.
board. Thank goodness.
That was a
Um,
really good, efficient use of it, though. What we saw there, offensively, forced him to draw right. Had those skips at the end. Really, really well timed. Canon Deafin, can you type the questions?
oh, okay. Uh,
Yeah,
well,
I'll
I
just
mean, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I like the power play usage there. I didn't want to risk it. Andy was already down to 2 there, and I was sort of banking on him needing the draw there in order to get to the end. So I don't know. In these situations when you have 2 power plays, you're a little bit more free to use the power plays in less, you know, in not as like optimal situations because you have multiple of them.
Yeah.
I think that was good at the end of the day. We'll see.
Yeah, I think it was generally plan A from you there. I don't think yeah, you didn't really draw there.
It was a lot of drawing to
Yeah.
build the hand. I got I got a couple fortunate draws in terms of
Yeah, not too
versus the
many
skip.
draws
Yeah.
though. Really. It was just kind of
Just
going
kind of
through
build
it.
the hand and
Yeah.
then once I built the hand, just go for
My bad. Well, let's short whip up a question for Andy, though. But Nick, really good start here. 2-0 at the moment. And obviously, we had a lot of pure entertainment, right? The intermission, that rain delay going on in game 2.
Rain
But,
delay.
yeah, it was blazing
Uh,
8s in an Uno matchup. Who would have thunk, right?
First time for everything, right?
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Kind of conservative with my aim. See if I can go a little more aggressive. All right, we'll see how that
And
turns out.
sometimes that's the game changer. Sometimes you do need to change the play style a little bit more, and that could shift into your favor. Maybe not. I've tried it; it never really works out for me. But but for a lot of other people, though, they've done a really good job with that. So still a couple power plays on the board for you, Andy. I know he's muted, but point being, still a lot of power points to use, power plays to use.
Yes.
And Nick's only got 1 left, so it's something to really keep track of.
All right. Well, Nick sweeps the road stand, and now he gets the arrow. So Nick, first choice, and since they were both on 10, only can't pick 10. How many is it gonna be?
I literally didn't think about what I was gonna do until right this moment. Let's do 14.
All right. Gonna go double OG. Here we go. And starting off with background 8.
Yep.
Yeah. Now hopefully we get a little bit. I'm looking to see if we can really lock in here across the board. Looking good.
Well, they both have to mute themselves. I think they lock in off the bat, and that already says a lot about these players
Yeah, the
really wanting to
Deafins,
up the
yes.
concentration. Yeah. Quick to a 4 here. Stuck on red. Not really gonna expect a color change immediately though. I think a lot of them are gonna roll with this color for the time being. So red 1 for Andy this time around. Still going with it. Up in 1 this time with a red 2. Yeah, they're all just trying to get rid of the red, looks like, right now. Do you think that's like the best kind of strat to do, is just get rid of 1 color, or should you maybe like save some when it matters most though?
I feel like it kind of depends on your opponent, because it depends, and it also depends on the situation, because you could be in a situation where they might be iced, and if they're iced, then yeah, run it down on the color. But if you're both going at it now, Andy looks to be iced, and the thing is that if they're exhibiting if they're exhibiting that they have multiple options, you want to have those options so you can throw it back the other way and say I'm going to change this color and you're not going to do anything. But it also ultimately depends on the situation, like where you are on the table, how far ahead you are, how far behind. It all depends. Like Andy's now behind by 6, step back at 13, and now he doesn't have option here, but could have an option to try and has options coming through. Definitely a lot of numbers, I would assume, to try and switch out of this whole situation he's in.
Though Nick did dab up Andy with 2 cards, though, had that +2 earlier and used it. Went for a double play, obviously, with +2 and then the 6. Now, obviously, switching the color to blue here, so... Still, we only had a red earlier, now we're with a blue, so dropping it down to 2 colors so far on the board. Now to green, right as I said that, we've got our tertiary color kicked in.
A lot of options to switch around.
Yeah, and I feel like with stuff like that, you also need to worry about your number efficiency. You could worry a little bit about number efficiency if need be, right, with those color switches. So maybe with colors like that, you kind of just save up. Maybe you hope that a player draws, right? If you know they're ice, you can maybe do a color switch or so. Get real strategic, but could be your very aggressive approach if need be, though. But we haven't seen anybody really go with yellow yet. But green is going to be the way to go right now, as it stands.
Alright, so green Andy taking a moment here to think about their next move.
Yeah, but sometimes you just need to slow down, process what you've seen, how they play, right, a little bit here. You're down 2 games right now. You gotta get at least something going, right?
Yep.
Yep, taking their sweet time, though. And that's sometimes you just need to slow it down. As someone that's like a very fast-paced... Oh, here we go. Little double play here, actually. Right, I said that right. But sometimes...
Trying to make up a little bit of...
Gotta make a little bit of ground, but sometimes when you're too fast-paced, and that's something I've been trying to learn, right, is that you need to just slow down and just kind of think about what you want to do use for your cards, you know? For some people, it's kind of muscle memory. You just plop, here, same color, all right. Simple brain, you put the color in. Still rolling with the greens, rolling with the money right now. Yep, still going with the greens. Green 5 here this time around. Looking at the table here. Nick's got 4 to Andy's 9, so Nick still has a pretty good gap, but does Andy have any kind of wild card? Maybe close the gap, or will he use it at a different time? Because those 4 cards, you know, and also say Nick gets a green here, runs a green here, maybe has some action cards going on here too. That could change everything, but if it's just numbers for Nick, though, oh, here we go. Good run here. Go for a skip. Couple skips. Duo skips, actually.
Puts him to
the
check,
yellow
but
6, though.
Andy might have a response here with 8.
Andy needs to put something here. Does he have anything? Have to go defensive here, because you know it's definitely a yellow. It's either that or he just... If he had a wild, he would have already used it.
+2,
so
big. Yep, see? Had the option.
Great +2, though. Great use of the +2.
That's what you needed to do in that situation.
And that forces it a draw, actually, so... Good choice. Good choice there. See, Andy trying to just wait, being a little bit patient, a little methodical right now. Screams like it looks like it's about to be a good little run here, if it's taking this long to type. I can already tell by this. It screams a really good run here. Oh yeah, look at that. Duo skips, a reverse, and a +2. Still Andy's turn, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Big little run here, and he's got the Uno. Could have went for the call out there. You still have one more card left.
Yeah, you can only do max 4 chain. Yeah, Andy's got it. Andy's got it.
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize that 6 card chain. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Andy +2s and gets on the board.
Yep, there you go. There's the Uno there. So
That'll
no word for a call, and that'll do it. So It just took a little bit, yeah.
29, yeah.
Good
And
little
Andy
chain
pulls the rug
there.
out.
Kind of an Uno reverse right there, right? We saw kind of like those wallets at the end from the first 2 games from Nick, and then, Andy's like, no, you. And then got a good little chain going on at the end. The real question makes me think now, those +2s from way early that Nick put in, did that give some good ammunition for Andy's hand?
Yeah.
Let's see what Andy thinks on this.
Yeah.
Gave a little ammo,
Andy's
but
back
some
on
of it
Deafen,
was from
okay.
the initial hand.
Okay,
gotcha.
so you're just a bit loaded up there, seems like. Nick, what was your last card there, by the way?
My last card there was in fact the wild card.
Oh.
So
I figured it was like a wild. It had to have been
Well,
yellow or wild, but
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you could have really done there other than
unless I did
use the
power play,
wild
but
on the
I don't
front
think-
end. Yeah, I wouldn't power play.
yeah,
there
power
either,
play could have
no.
been another thing. But I think in hindsight, it's
I
like,
think
oh
it's,
man,
it's
didn't
too
think
early.
too
It's
early.
Too early to
Yeah.
use them up. Yeah.
Even if I use the wild right out the gate, Andy lets me get to that point where I can make the run. I don't know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Other than
Yeah.
that, I mean, we're still rolling. It is what it is.
Yeah, and it gave some important connections. That's also key, DJ. And it's all about those connections to come in clutch, really. It's not just the ammo, but it ultimately did come down to the ammo for Andy there.
Yep.
All right. Game 4. Nick still can't pick 10.
We'll try 14 again.
All right.
Gotta do it again. Gotta run it back.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. All right, Bowtie 2 to start us off.
Giving us our stats, sponsored by AWS. No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm
For
messing.
legal reasons, that is a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Your next gen stats powered
Your next
by-
gen stats.
Picked a random no. Don't. He's exposed. Oh my god. Yeah. Nick's turn first.
Just whole code.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god. All right. Let's play the game. All right.
Right. Quick
Nick
yellow
with
8
the
here.
Camaro 8 to start us off.
Orange. Perfect.
Orange 12? What?
I was waiting
Hello?
for times like these.
Hello?
Huge mistake from Andy here.
Can't play that card there.
Goes with the
We're
blue.
gonna cross over to blue.
Yep, just gonna roll with it. Goes with the blue 3. Yep, blue 1.
Blue one.
There we go. Just gonna keep going with it. Will we see a color switch? Nope. Sticks with the blue 9. Yep,
Ground at
draining all the
top, and
blue
then down
right
a
now.
couple, drain all that blue, absolutely.
Just draining as much blue as you can.
And
Another
Yeah.
one.
if we get a 6, we have a small straight.
Now we gotta switch to red. Alright.
Oh, well,
There
that's
we
all
go.
the 8's gone too, I think.
I think
Yeah.
I think you're
Oh,
right
no,
on
no,
that.
No. Well, no, not all the 8's gone.
We're pretty
but
close.
That's
It's
both
close.
both blue 8's. A lot of 8's. Crazy 8's.
Yeah. Crazy 8s. There.
Yeah, there's 2 of
Speaking
every 8. Oh, we're
there's
going
another
to
one.
green. Undercut.
There's another one. There's another 8.
We're reaching blazing 8s.
No.
My goodness.
No. Oh,
And back to another 8. All
crossing
right.
back. Big response.
Might be a favorite number of these opponents so far. Now to a 6. All right. Nick's going to roll with it this time around. To red 0. So now it might look like they're going to try and get rid of all the reds here. Let's see, will we see another color change? But I think they're going to kind of stick with the roll with the reds for a little bit here. Triple play here, 2 reverses and a green 1
Triple
to tie it all that. So now we're back to green. Andy goes for a double run as well.
Ooh,
should
double
have an
looking for
additional
trips.
card here, so
Got a
should
trip.
be good here. Yellow 7, great play there. So a little response back, little
Pulls
punch
even,
back.
but Nick still with the possession arrow.
Some quick jabs left and right on both ends here. Both with 5 cards. Andy still with 2 power plays, essentially. Nick with only 1, using that much earlier. You're gonna have to wait for another opportune time for that, but now just waiting for what Nick has to offer. Draws this time around. Wonder if he has no yellows. This might give Andy a little bit of an idea, a little bit of a light bulb here to know that Nick does not have the yellows on him right now. Yellow 5 this time around for Andy. Could Nick also be waiting to put ammo in? But it doesn't seem like that's the case here. It just doesn't seem he's got anything for a yellow right now. So he's just kind of isolated there.
Yeah, a little bit less control there. Yellow tripling in, and now wonder if there's I don't know. It could be pulling some split.
A wild to a yellow. So
Wait a minute.
so nice you gotta do a wild. You keep it the same color. Interesting play.
But I wonder what kind of alarms that raises on Nick's side. What could that mean?
I wonder why use a wild now for that when you could have used it maybe at a more opportune time. That's what makes me think now, because you could have used that for a different color if need be for like a later run, but we'll kind of see how this works out in the rest of the remainder of this game in particular. All right, let's see if Nick has anything here. This is a long text. This does look like we could have a little run in our hands. Oh, there it is. Oh my goodness, look at that. 3 plus 2s, a yellow plus 2, 2 plus 2 blue plus 2s, essentially.
My.
And then a green wild. So now Andy is going to have to respond back. But that is a lot of cards drawn to him. 15 cards for Andy.
Clearly it raised some alarm bells over on Nick's side.
Oh, yeah. So Andy's going to respond back, punch back with a yellow wild plus 4 here, and then give it a yellow 4. Switch back to green, though. Great answer back.
Wrong number. Nick's
So the wrong number.
Control.
Nick sniffed it out. Got it. And then a blue 4.
Wrong number again.
Just quickly draining all the numbers. Blue 6, though. Nick will roll with it this time. And now a quick color switch again. Interesting. Very aggressive on the color switches, though. He did say he was going to change up on his playstyle with aggression, and I've seen a lot of color changes here, though. So maybe trying to be very unpredictable, because sometimes when you play unpredictable players, they're probably the hardest ones to combat against. Yellow 3, though. Nick's gonna roll with it. Red 3 now. Another color switch from Andy again. Quick switch to yellow. My goodness. Nick still got a pretty comfortable gap, though. Just rolls with it. Yellow 2. A blue 2. My goodness. Got all the numbers you can account for, it seems like. Nick's got 2. Oh, that's it. That will do it. it didn't look like it was going to matter either way, whether it switched to yellow or blue. It looked like Nick had the answers for that. 2 skips at the end saved them up. Maybe in hindsight could have switched to a red or green, but who would have thunk an R2 no for Andy? So tough stuff. Nick's gonna get a 3rd game win here. Andy's still stuck with that one.
God.
What Nick
Andy, what was
the
was the strategy with that yellow wild? Because you had us stumped up here in the booth here. Talk me through that. And Nick, what was that wild? What was that wild signaling to you? Because in response to +12 Andy, what were you thinking on that end of the moment?
The wild was signaling to me, "Hey, I have a finish here. If you do not play ammo cards here, I am going to win the game." So I was holding on to those for a while, and then once the wild came down, I figured, I gotta play it. Even though it's not the most clean-cut move, I had to play the ammo and see where we went from there. And then I just got fortunate with the switches that were made. What else can I really say about that?
And Andy, feel free to answer Sting's question as well. Oh,
Yeah.
I see.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh, well,
that is an artillery.
You
right there.
feel free to answer Sting's question on that, because I would wonder why you wouldn't power play there. But maybe are you just trying to be conservative with it in that situation? Oh.
I forgot.
I forgot. Never mind then. Had an R2, just couldn't switch it out of there. That's what it was. Okay, well, that was an interesting one. But DJ Nick pulled out the right trick out of the hat there, and it's good awareness from him to you see a wild on the same color, that's straight alarm bells. You'd think for Andy that may not be a move you want to try again. Thoughts on that sequence?
I just had the right answers to it, really. A lot of the color switching, a lot of wild stuff with the color switching really kind of stuck out to me in this one. And then I think if maybe Andy had a different color, or maybe even went for some kind of ammo, like maybe something with the WA +4, it could have had something under the hat. Make it drag a little bit longer, but still some time left, though. Andy's got to figure out something, but Nick's got a pretty good grasp at the moment.
All right. Well, Nick sniffs it out, and Andy's trying a 3rd time's the charm. And so is it 10? Oh my god, it's 10.
God, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It is kind of broke.
It's mostly been broke, but
a little bit,
right? All right, let's see what Andy's got. If it's broke, find a way to fix it. Well, we might have to find a little bit of a golden ticket to maybe shift the momentum for Andy here.
Plain and simple. 95% of Uno players quit choosing the 10 cards chart right before they win.
Blue 2. Let's see, goes with a green. Quick switch off the bat. Double play early. Skip to a green 8. So getting some greens out of the way so far. They're still going to most likely roll with it, though. A green 9. Let's see if Andy has anything to switch the colors. And there it is. A blue 9 immediately, though.
With a Nick card.
With a Nick card. Exactly. From blue to green to blue again. And back to green. Let's see, does Andy have anything? Will he have to draw? Does he have any greens left? No answer to that. So that gives an indicator. Nick knows And he's got no greens, or might be saving a wild card maybe up somewhere in his hand. Green 1, quick draw for Andy again, so already some signals for Nick. Pretty good indicator right now. Green reverse to a green 5. Let's see here. Will we see a color switch, or will we see a draw again? Wild to yellow this time. Haven't seen anybody mess with yellow yet. So now it's open for that. Nick has 4 to Andy's 7. We'll drop down to 3 unless there's another wild up in the air or some action cards here pending that. Nick taking his time. I always feel like when you see people type that long, you already know it's going to be a run going.
So again,
Or
the
it's either
yellow
that,
wild.
concentrating real hard. Here we go, power play. Definitely a run here.
Wow.
As rhetorical as that sounds. +4, red 4. Their power play kicks in. And that was all she wrote. Swift playing here, a little under 3 minutes there. Very fast game 5. Nick up 4. 4 to Andy's 1. So up 3 games technically, if I can do the math right. I can math right. So
math. Yeah, Nick, I got
yeah.
nothing more to say. That was plan A city to me. I mean, any thoughts on that? And you're up 4-1 and now out of power plays though. What do you got to do as well? Like you got the plan A, but what do you got to do to try to get the 5th win up, especially up against 2 power plays for Andy?
2 power plays on the other side, but we got 4 opportunities to get the win, plus a couple more games in the home stand. I got 2 more. It's looking pretty good right now. We'll see what happens. The power play can really be an X factor, but the 4-1 lead is looking pretty good right now as well. We'll see what happens.
Andy, I mean, know what to say on that one, plan A, but do you think there's anything you need to do moving forward? You got 2 power plays on your side. What do you need to do what do you need to do moving forward to try and get back in gear here? Well, because he's got 2 power plays, Sting. A lot more aggressive. Said that earlier. We need to tune more into it more. It seems okay. DJ, I mean, I think if you're Andy, it's full steam ahead. Any chances you can get, you got to take them at this point because there's no room left for error, no more margin.
absolutely. And I feel like it's something where you got to really pounce on using that power play a little bit more. There's a lot of games you could look back and you're like, oh man, I really should have done that, right? But you can't rewrite the past, but you can certainly write up the future, essentially. I don't know the right word for it, but you know, still a little slimmer of hope left, a little glimmer of it left. So we'll have to see how game 6 really pans out.
All right, well, Andy, game 6. And are we doing 10 again? Do we have 4 of a kind?
Yeah, how are we feeling?
How are we feeling?
Full send.
All right, sending it. So
Big
we
send
break
here.
the 10 and 14 trend. No more full house.
Gonna go for the Hail Mary here with 15 cards here. Let's see. For game 6, will Andy keep his hopes alive or will Nick shove them down? Well, he buried them. Red 2 to begin.
Fallacy again. Oh my god. Oh. Oh.
Oh. I think he meant to go for the red. There it is. There's
yeah,
red
but
4.
he's got a green 4 though. That
Could be. Yeah.
The bot saying that literally means that.
Can't play that card here. That is true.
Yeah. It would say nothing if you didn't have it.
Critical mistake from Andy.
Yellow 9 though. Switch to yellow. Rolls with the 1 here.
Critical hit.
But a switch to blue. Interesting
he's
to
got-
do some switches real fast though. And
Well,
Nick
again, he's got to
should
step
have
on
the
the
ammunition.
gas. He's
Yeah,
got no
exactly.
room.
And that can bite you sometimes though, but you got nothing to lose when you're down by 3 games essentially, so you gotta figure something out. You know, you're down by that much since from the get-go. And he's still got those 2 power plays, so
Yeah, it's
Nick's
far
got
from
none.
over.
Far from over. Double play here, red wild +4, followed with a red 4. So let's see what Andy's got. Has a little bit more on the table because of that +4. Might have some more action cards always at it.
Ooh, quad. Yep.
Quad
The
play, 2
aggressiveness keeps
reverses.
going.
A red and a blue, with a blue +2, followed by a blue 4, or blue 4. Nick's gonna go with the blue 5 here, though, so. Nice little play here, red 5 this time around, so back to red. And both are pretty close on the cards right now. Andy with 10, Nick with 11. If Nick has anything, could be a little action card here, maybe. Could be a little triple run. I'm thinking maybe a triple or a double run here. Nick's taking his sweet time here. Yep, just mining the P's and Q's here. Nick's setting one up. Definitely setting one up. We're just waiting to see how much he's got in the tank.
Just triple there.
Triple play there.
Pulls back
So
ahead by 2.
2 skips and a yellow 6. Let's see what Andy will respond. Back to red. All right. Initially stuck with red-blue, went to yellow for a momentous time, and then back to red again. So loving the reds right now. Will they keep rolling with it, or will we see another quick color change? 2
Oh,
reverses
another
followed by
triple.
yellow 2. So
And-
triple triple play. Real good combinations
Nick
right
with
here.
the split ammo. Off the he could have gone that way either way, even after switching it. Great split ammo from Nick, and he's really trying to smell it.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if he has any. I think he's probably got at least a wild somewhere, like a wild +4 in his deck. And it might be the same for Andy here at some point. I know he's got 8 cards to Nick's 5, but you know, you could have like 4 +4s for all you know. So that could happen, and we'll still have to kind of see what Nick's got here again. Yellow versus. Oh my goodness!
my god!
It didn't even
That's
matter.
it!
Wow.
Jesus Christ!
Tried to go for the power play, but it was too little too late. That was just.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. That was just crazy, crazy work. I gotta look at that final, because that was a huge, huge run to the end. He had a reverse, a green reverse. Actually, let's see. Yeah, yellow reverse, then green reverse, green wild +4. Well, switch it to green, basically. 2 wild +4s, and then a 7.
God.
Yeah, Andy said he had nothing, so it just seemed like he really didn't have much, and I don't think he expected that big run to the end, though. So,
Nick, I mean,
oof.
we see a little bit of everything. Got the split ammo strategy. Got a lot of plan A. Just and the great number efficiency, and you've made it to your first regional final. How does it feel?
It feels incredible. You know, my first Sweet 16 run has turned into my first Elite 8 run. I feel bad for Andy a little bit, but I feel like the power play usage was definitely the X factor in this match. I was able to use both of my power plays in a way that left me feeling satisfied. Gave me the lead so that when I get that absolute cracked hand on the full send, there's not really much Andy can really do. You know, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to be moving forward in the tournament. Looking forward to seeing whoever I'll face in the next round, whether it be Toaster Guy or Carson. I hope it's Carson because I don't. I'm scared of the 5v1 flashbacks.
Scared of
versus
Crikey
Toaster
Man?
Guy. I'm scared of Crikey Man. I'm scared of Crikey Man. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Andy's this scoreline is definitely not reflective of how good Andy is at this game. There'll be a threat in the future for sure. It's just unfortunate the way things played out today.
Andy, I mean, it's a tough one to swallow. Seems like you're fighting from behind all day, but ultimately though, second Sweet 16, you got 2 wins under your belt already. You're halfway to your total on the year. Thoughts on the series overall against Nick, and what you got to do to come back stronger in T2. DJ, I mean, it was a total domination from Nick. Obviously, had some hands in there, but he definitely pulled out some great looks that can definitely get him further than just the next round.
Oh yeah, I really do agree with that and what Nick mentioned, right? The power plays being the real big thing that I noticed that really worked out in his favor. Really wise usage of them. With 2 of them especially, that's a big game changer, right? Because you can split that, right? You can actually, I didn't think about it, but like, you look at it now, you're like, yeah, you could use one first half, like let's say like really early games if need be. Usually you don't want to do that based on logic, or for a lot of people, the logic would be like, well, wait to use them at the end when you really need them most. But you can go aggressive within like that game 3-4 range with that first power play, but then near the nitty gritty right to the end, you can go a little bit more aggressive. But if you're really feeling you gotta ice it, you can go for that. You can use it. And Nick used this to them beautifully, honestly. And I really don't think Andy had much, even with the change in play style. It just seemed like the draws. It's not even discounting it, but sometimes that's just how it is too with Uno, right? You'll just have some really good hands on you, right? And that's just all you can do. There's only so much you can do to really stop that or really counter that. And Nick had some good draws from top deck, but also, you know, sometimes the ammunition given is another factor to really play in. I think Andy played good. It's just there wasn't really much answers he could have really done.
Yeah.
Because Nick just had better cards and just was able to just use those power plays just much more efficiently. And it's just how it is. I think, like Nick said, it's not reflective of how Andy really played tonight.
No, not at all. So you take a look at bracket, and it's going to be Nick, 12 seed, going to start on the road, either against Toast or Carson. Again, tomorrow night, 9 o'clock, me and KT will take you through. It should be a fun game tomorrow. And we still do have one more game today. It's going to be between the world champ Ashley and Logan at 9:30, as you see the schedule there. Logan, another 12 seed, looking to top his 2024 win total after Nick has done it in very dominant fashion in 6. And we'll jump back here to see Andy's quote. Won't let this get to me that much. There's a lot of things I need to work on later on in the season. Power plays and composure probably, but I hope to get some more deeper runs this season. Wish the best of luck to Nick and hope he wins this tournament. Love you, Grandpa. And of course, take care of that family. Gotta take care of that family. That's always the sentiment of the league, of course. And Nick, is that your quote there? Or unless you
No.
Okay.
I'll post
Okay.
my quote later.
What's that?
I'll post my quote later. Don't
Post
worry
quote
about
later.
it. It's not
All
just-
right. Well, that'll do. We'll get Nick's quote later. But thank you to DJ for the great commentary. Enjoyed having you. Great times.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Got to do this again for sure.
Yeah.
Down the road anyway. And thank you to Rune for reffing, of course. Thanks to Nick and Andy for a great series. And Nick, he gets win number 3 on the season and makes it to his first regional final and his first opportunity. So that is going to do it for us tonight, or this afternoon. We will be back in D1 at 9:30. D2 is going to be back on stream next, back at 8 o'clock. Mark and Evan in the other Coco region semifinal. The Gryffindor semifinal between Ashley and Logan coverage starts approximately 9:30 p.m. Eastern. But for all of us here at MRE Uno, I've been not short. We will see you again this evening for a couple more great stream matches. Good afternoon.